Okay, I'm going to do this to teach you the simple gospel. You are going to have to study these things, so you better get a pen and paper ready and write these things down, read it, and search it out. First of all, you got John the Baptist coming. John the Baptist was written of in the Old Testament. Point your attention to the last few verses of Malachi chapter 4. That's the Elijah to come, and you're going to see this in Matthew 3, and in Luke 1, 70 to 80, about John the Baptist. He's going to teach everything at Mount Horeb. That's the prophecy about John the Baptist. So, you gotta go back to the Old Testament to see what was taught at Mount Horeb. Mount Horeb is the life-giving water. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 tells you that. The Messiah is Mount Horeb. He's the covenant at Mount Horeb. That's Paul telling you that. Messiah elevated those two commandments in the Old Testament to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. So you're gonna have to go find out where that's written, okay? So you got Malachi chapter 4, verses 4, 5, and 6. Now you gotta go to Deuteronomy chapter 6 and read to verse 8. Verse 3 tells you that man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that comes out of the mouth of God. That's pretty simple, right? So go and learn what it means. The Messiah told you that people who do not have ears to hear will not hear. They're the ones that are going to get destroyed, so be careful of this, because he told you that those who do not build on the rock will be destroyed. Great is the fall of that house. They built their house on the sinking sand, and great is the destruction. This is talking about the end days church, okay? They didn't listen to him. Acts 3 verses 19 to 26. You have to read it because Peter is quoting Isaiah 28 verse 12. And again, a prophecy about Moses that Moses told you about the Messiah, which is chapter 18 verses 15 to 19. So now, the prophecy is the end days church is going to be apostate, but the end days church is not going to care that they're apostate. And that's why they're apostates now. I wonder what that's all about. But let's go to what the Messiah said. He said in Matthew 9 verse 13, "Go and learn what this means. I prefer mercy, not sacrifice." That's what the Messiah said. But I don't pray for the world, he says. Have nothing to do with the world in 2 John or 3 John. John says to these Gentiles that converted that he was so happy that they brought nothing. None of the traditions of the Gentiles, of course, because we know that Messiah absolutely despises the traditions of men.